As the sun sets on the day, it does not set on my plans. So you can see here, nice big platform, ready for space elevator parts. So welcome again to another episode here of Satisfactory. We're back here looking to automate the full space elevator next stage. So that requires, if I look at my notes here, where are you? We require smart plating, automated wiring, and versatile framework. And they all have to be automated. And they all have to be automated in assemblers. Smart plating, versatile framework, and automated wiring. So yes, so that's what today's episode's all about. I have done up my lists, made my notes, got my calculator out, and used it till it was red raw. Now I am aiming in this factory. I'm aiming to build 8 items at 10 items per minute. Now it just doesn't seem much, but it is in regards what we need. So just to give you some figures, so in total I worked out the iron ore itself would need 556.4 iron ore per minute. We need 328 coal and 123 copper. Now that's some numbers. For the versatile frame we need 307 iron ore, 240 coal. For the automated wire we need 45 iron, 45 coal, and 80 copper. And for the steel plating you need 214.4 iron, 43 coal, and 43 copper. So that's the figures I'm working with. So the plan, this is the factory, so it's going to be multi-level. So on the lower level is all my ores are going to come in the lower level. Actually, first of all, I'll show you the map. We zoom in here. So this is where we are. Right beside us is a pure node, iron node, and these two normal. So I'm going to use these 3 iron, this copper, and these 2 coal. And they're going to supply this factory. So this factory is going to be here. And the idea is that this will produce all that I need for the space elevator. And potentially down the line I want to expand it. So we'll add on to it. So specifically the space elevator will be located in this starting desert forever and evermore. But first I want to get this built. So I'm going to run, next stage is to get Mark II miners on all 5 nodes, or 6 nodes is it? 2 coal, 1 copper, that's 3, and then 3 iron. So there's 1 iron, there's the other 2 iron. I think I can see the 3rd iron from the edge of my platform here. Can I? Yes. There it is. So they're very short, close by. And I'm going to get them all running. So they're all going to come in the lower level. They're going to be divided up between iron items we're producing, steel production, and copper. And on this level here we're going to produce all the ingots, the iron ingots, all the steel ingots, and all the copper ingots. Then the next level above that is going to be the next stage. So anything that does a constructor is on the next level, and then the 3rd level then is going to be the assemblers for all the parts and the preliminary storage for all the parts. So I'm going to get all my iron ores over here, get it all laid out downstairs, and maybe do a rough layout here, and then we'll take it from there. Well, I've stage 1 finished, so this is the start of it. So what I've done here is, you can see, this is my how do you call it, space elevator factory. Don't go across. So here what I've done is I've linked up some, I think that one's copper, iron, 2 coal, and this iron here as well into here. I've done my calculations and hopefully they're right. and that I got all my figures correct, in that I brought everything over I need, and now see it below here, I've brought them all in here in these little areas, and I've put in glass floors here on these sections, so I can run across the top and see them actually, the ore moving underneath. And I've made one over to that iron over there, and then you can see I haven't got the side on that one yet. This one come over here for the 2 coal. And then I've set up upstairs my ingots, so iron ingots on this side. Production. I've left a gap in the middle if I want to put another production smelter production line here in the middle. This here is my steel production. So I need over 380 ores into each of them. So I just split it half and half. So one iron miner is feeding one half, and one coal miner is feeding the coal. And that's half of my 380, and then the other 4 here for this side. And that's producing my ingots. And then over here at the end then, I have my copper being produced. And now that's the first stage. The next stage then is to put another floor on this, same width, this same size, and then start building my constructors to start producing all of my screws, wires, cables. So as I said before, this is all going to be my smelter foundry layer. The next layer is all going to be constructors. The next layer assemblers. And then the top layer then is going to be producing the actual items themselves. So I'm going to have a lot of big space for any machines I need to produce. Now again, the idea down the road is this will become my central factory for all space elevator parts. And eventually I'm going to build a platform here for the space elevator as well. So it's going to be situated in this factory. So if I want to add stuff in, this is going to be constantly producing, because when I've it all done up and fed and built, it's going to be feeding a resource sink. So the resource sink is going to keep the machines always ticking over. I'm going to have a couple of storage containers of each of the items, and then they'll be looking at, they're produced for the next tiers for the space elevator. But yeah, that's the plan. Now it's on to stage 2. Another floor. Just sit back, relax, and have a cup of coffee. So this, another stage done. This is the next floor. I think my calculations are correct. I'm starting to doubt, I think, one of the calculations already, the amount of wire I'm producing. I'll have to take a double look at that when I get the next floor done. The next floor then is the assemblers, but also have to make some cable upstairs because I ran out of space. And I want to fill up these in case I need to expand some of this stuff or adjust it. Each of these rows have a purpose. If it's a case that I need more wire, I'll just have to overclock these systems here, because I'm not averting from these nice rows. So we have wire, steel pipes, steel beams. What's these other ones over here? I'll tell you what the rest are. Screws. Now these are the alternate screws. The casted screws, from ingot straight to screws. It cuts out a process completely for me and saves me time. These are rods and plates. So again, these are all the ingredients I need from constructors. They're for cables, so I ran out of space for cables, and I don't want to be changing that. No, I'm not going to try and fit it down here. So it's going to move up to the next level, because they're going to have a lot less assemblers. So in the next level I have to, so for my smart plates I need reinforced iron plates, I need rotors. For the automated wiring I need stators and cables, which have to be made up here, up to the next level. And for the versatile framework I need modular frames. And of course steel beams. But for modular frames then I need to make reinforced iron plates. So a lot of these, the next level then is going to be producing assembler. So I'm going to have reinforced iron plates feeding back into the modular frames and then feeding into upstairs for the smart plating. So again, I'm looking at for 10 smart plating per minute, 10 automated wiring, and 10 versatile framework per minute. So yeah, so on to the next floor. Well, I was actually thinking that I did make a calculation mistake, and yes I did, majorly. It was to do with copper and producing cable. So the automated wiring piece, if I want to produce 10 per minute, I have to be having 200 cable. 200 cable per minute if I want to produce 10 automated wiring per minute. Now 200 cable means I need 400 copper. So basically the cable means the same in wire. So yeah, so 200 cable. So that means I need to bring in more copper ore, and I need to get more miners online, which means I need to stretch out a bit further. As you can see how in the window, I've started that. So I've extended this bridge the whole way over here to more copper ore over there. Because even if I max out the one downstairs, I'm using up about 85% of it already in just these here with the stators and the stitched iron plates. So 85% of what I'm producing downstairs is being used up already. So then I have to bring in more to produce for this one, this lot. So that's where I am at the moment. As you can see, look, I have this lovely floor done up here. So here, first of all, is my stitched iron plates. And here is the modular frames. Here is the rotors, and here is the stators. And of course, I didn't keep them tight enough here that I could fit the stators in here at the end as well. And that's because I gave it too much space at the very start. But I wasn't going to rebuild the whole lot just to fit the stators in here in the end. I don't think even they would have, because I still would have had to feed the stators back. Yeah, so that's not. But look at, we'll get it done. Set in, get the ores brought over now. Add them into the smelting stage downstairs, then make them into the wires, and then into cables. And I have everything else here waiting to add on the next floor, which is going to be for the last stage. And as you can see here, I've added a few. I've actually done a bit of differences. I've actually put all the elevators, all the item elevators, on the outside of the building. Actually, what I'll do is I'll see, can I get a view of it down here? And I've put windows in and all of that jazz. Oh, it's gonna hurt the knees. That definitely hurt the knees. So yeah, this is what's it looking on the outside. I haven't finished it yet, but I thought that was an interesting idea to have these on the outside. I think it looks well. Some of them have to move. These are going for up further. And I think there's one of them here. This one here, yes, has to go the whole way to the top level, because that's the steel beams. But yes, next stage, bring over more copper, smelt it, turn to wire, turn it into cable, and then, only then, will I be ready to add on the last floor and actually start automating my space elevator parts. And I will be finally at that point. Because this is taking a while. This is a pretty big one. The automate this is the first, my biggest factory yet I've worked on singly. Right from minor stage to automation, which is 5 stages later. But yeah, I'm gonna put the head down, get the work done, and then I'll show you when I have my last floor put together. Well, we've made it. I have the final floor finished. I got all my cables made. I brought over my ore from over here, got it all converted into cables, and the cables are brought up, and I have all 3 set up. So here is our automated wiring. Oh my god. Yeah, that might help if I actually got the stators. Jesus. Alright, I gotta put that there. Oh god. There's always one, isn't there? Where is this one coming up from? Where is it? Yeah, it's there. Turn. 1, 2. Voila. Stators galore. And do a quick wait, I haven't done this yet. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to rotate this one out here. Get in there, put to there. There, there, there. I'm gonna put a big industrial unit here. And do we have our first one? We have our first 4! And then quickly here, going to put this one here first. That one there. Perfect. 3 down the middle. 5 down the reinforced plate. Our Mark IIs. Connecting. Oh, here's our frameworks. Industrial storage. Wham. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Look at that. And last but not least, where are we going with our smart plates? 2, 3, 4. Oh, get back in there. When you're connecting up machines, you get a lot faster at connecting all these belts. Actually, the most annoying part I find is actually putting the configuration in the machines. Is having to click into each and every individual machine. And now it's the waiting game. So we need, I think, 200 of these and 500 of each of those. And just to double check, we've got a quick run over to. I'm just gonna jump down here and break my ankles. Yep, that's it. It doesn't matter, FICSIT will replace my ankles. But look at it in all its glory. Now I just have to cover it. But I'm just wondering, where will I put the space elevator? I'll just slap it on top for the moment, because I want to have the space elevator in the point where I can automate all this stuff into it. 100, 500, 500. So it's Now it's a case of I'm going to put a third floor on, but I need to put the floor high enough. I want to fit a sink in with this level. I need to have enough space for the storage because potentially this factory will have to be expanded. I've already checked some of the next stage and I noticed that I'll need 7.5 wires just for one of the products. And that's just, I think, one item of one of them. So this factory is going to get bigger. This one is going to be specifically here in the desert for the space elevator. So my next stage actually is I'm going to build a roof on this, put the space elevator above it, and we're going to build some sort of feed mechanism. Or I wonder. What I'm thinking of actually is to build my hub above this. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at that. Let me get back to you on that. And while these are all filling up, I'm going to tip along and put another roof above this and maybe have the sink, the hub, and everything just above this. Interesting. I don't think I'll ever get tired of seeing this being built. It is glorious. Where is it? There you go. Winding up. Bring it on, big boy. I think the animation has changed slightly. But somewhat. That's it. Hold on to it. Settle into place. Voila. It doesn't actually sit down fully. It sits on a little platform. Anyways, I've just built this because I've had a very productive night. Yeah, everything's full. I have a full container of... No. I have a full container of everything. I have more than enough to do what I want to do. With this, I need 500 each, 100 of those, and I have like, what is it, a full container? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16, 24, 48, 48, 48 by 50, well 48 by 10 is 480. I don't know. It's in the thousands anyways. Yeah, 100, 200, 300, 400 per one. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 240. No. 2,400. Yes. 3. I don't even need 3. It's 100 all I need. It's like 100. 100. And then 500 in these. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 of those. Chuck those in. Done. And done. And 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And head back to the console. And get in here. Look, full. full. Dunk. And we go. Absolutely brilliant. Wait for it. Yay! And that is phase 2 done. And this lovely factory producing items that way more than I need. As always, that's the best way to produce stuff. Produce stuff way more than you need. I don't know when I'm going to need this factory again. Actually, I do. Alright, we take a quick look. This is where I'm going to need 2,000. I can even do this now. 2,500. I have 2,500 of those. 500 modular engines and 100 adaptive control units. Now, let's take a quick look at what we need for these, because currently I don't have them researched, do I? No, I can't access them. Yeah, there's a framework. So we're going to take a look at one of the Greenies online tools that has all the recipes on it. Well, here we are on Greenie Dev's calculator page. Currently, this is the updated one. So this is the updated 3 version. At the moment he's developing access to the map and all the other aspects he had for the old update 2. But currently he has this. So this is where you can item browser. You can take a look at every unit that is made or created within the game, and they're all here for you to use, and you can actually click on them and see what they are. But the 2 I want to take a look at here is these 2. So first, the adaptive control unit. So what this shows you here, it shows you what it's made up of. So if I want to produce 1 per minute of adaptive unit, I need 7.5 minutes of the automated wiring. I need 5 per minute of circuit boards, 1 per minute of heavy modular frames, and 1 per minute of computers. So that's what I need to produce to get 1. Now imagine what I have to do if I want 10 of these. And that will be my aim for when I do produce a factory around these units. I want to produce a minimum of 10 per unit for these. So we'll need 75 automated wiring, 50 circuit boards, 10 heavy modular frames just for this, and these are going to be standalone factories, and 10 computers. Now if we go back to the modular engine, so this is what the modular engine needs. So it needs 2 motors, 15 rubber, 2 smart plating. Again, I will be producing 10 of these. So I'll need 20 motors, 150 rubber, and 20 smart plating. And again, these are all going to be an individual factory. So I will have to redevelop the current factory I have, adapt it for this. So currently I'm producing 10 per minute of these. So I'd have to double my smart plating production. And my what's my other one? I need 75. Was that 75? 75. I'm currently producing 10, so that decreased by 7.5 times. And I'm already producing the framework. Where's your framework? So I'm producing 10 of these per minute at this recipe. Now I can produce more if I want to. But again, the system, these ones, I'm just aiming little targets of 10 per minute. Because really, my other project that I really want to develop within my current map is, where are you? Supercomputer. So I will be trying to hit a target for that. I'm not sure yet. We have turbo motors down here. This is definitely a tough one. Go for the alternate. Depends. Where are you? Where is the other one? Not computers. It's a heavy modular frame anyways. Producing a certain amount of for that. I'll have to reduce 10 per minute anyways for my adaptive control unit, and that's just in its own factory alone. Oh, I like setting myself targets, don't I? Computers. Yeah, this is about the game is about. It's about setting yourself little targets yourself and then keeping them. Is there anything else here in regards? Maybe the turbo motor, the supercomputer, and the heavy modular frame. And the map is big enough to actually produce massive factories like that. So they're big steps in regards when I have trains up and running and all of that shebang up and going. So anyways, back to the map. So yes, so that is the target. That is our next stage for our space elevator. But that is to wait for another day. Now I'll just take a quick look here. Whoop. What is updated for the next tiers of what's unlocked. Get down here. In there, look at that. Gotta take a look at the hub here and see what is available now, because we have the next 2 tiers unlocked, and one of those, as far as I know, is oil. That's going to be interesting, very interesting, to get that gun up and going. Whoop. I'm hearing lots of great stories about oil. So yes, 5 and 6 unlocked. So 5, oil processing. Motors, so I have to get into motors now, and this sort of stuff unlocks petroleum coke, oil extract, refinery, plastic, rubber, fuel, scanner, circuit board, petroleum coke, industrial, so the manufacturer, that's good, truck, heavy modular frame, computer. These is when these 2 are unlocked then. Alternative fluid transport, the industrial fluid buffer, canister, packaged water, oil, packaged liquid biofuel, that sounds good, gas mask, that's good, it's tier 6. Enhanced power infrastructure, Mark 4. And Cateria more. And fuel generators. So this is when it starts getting interesting. Jetpack and monorail. Now this is where I'll have to, if I want to start hitting the big tiers in regards to my factories, I really start implementing this, because I can't have hundreds of meters or kilometers of hundreds of kilometers of belts. So yeah, that's the next stage, and we'll see what's in here. So I need to looking at getting these bits unlocked also, getting that finished up. Quartz here, so you look at heavy modular frames, oscillators, aluminium sheets. Don't have any of these to unlock. I have this, so this one is again plastic. I have to get the oil production up and done for that. My main thing is I won't be looking into fuel generation until I get that tier 6 done. Is it tier 6? Yes, fuel generator. That'll be interesting when I get that unlocked. But anyways, that's it for today. That's it for this. And I'm going to give you a small glimpse. Can you see it from here? No, you can't. A small glimpse of what I'm going to start working on next. If you look out past, no, you can't see it past the space elevator. No, I'll have to deconstruct that as well. My next step is to look at starting a base, an actual base of operations, central point, where I'll have my space elevator and my hub, where I'm going to have items fed into. There it is. Look interesting? Yeah, it does. I'm experimenting with the Satisfactory calculator map, where I can add objects like this into it. Now it does use up my concrete, so I will remove concrete from my bins, but I'm wondering what sort of shape I'll go for. But I definitely want to have something like this for my central. So this is where I'm going to have it. So centrally here. It's sitting right over a pure iron node. And that's just for personal preference. Just no reason behind it, just decided. But yes, I'm going to construct a central base here. In here, I'm going to have my space elevator, my hub, storage, and also a processing plant. In my first save in this game, I had a processing plant for all of my bits and bobs. So when I come back from a trip, I just throw them all into the processing plant. If I had any limestone or any ores, it converted it into bigger parts, usable parts. I had storages of concrete and all of that jazz. Oh, got that again. Ooh, right on the edge. But all of that jazz, what I needed to run my base day to day. So I'm going to aim at getting that done again for this save, because I think for me that's a good idea. And also what I might do between now and then as well is go hunting more hard drives. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy my lovely space elevator factory. Producing 10 of the items per minute, and I have way too much now. I don't know if I'll feed it to the sink. I'm sure if I feed all of those 3 containers into the sink, I'll have enough tokens that I have. But I have all the tokens I need. Everything's unlocked at the moment, so we'll see where it takes me. But yeah, we'll see you the next time. Have a nice evening, day, morning, whatever time you're watching this at. Slán.